Hello and welcome to Hollywood Animal, where we shall run our own little studio at the dawn of the talkies and perhaps also sell our soul. Maybe we can avoid that? I don't know. With the introduction, recommend if you're playing Hollywood Animal for the first time, or no introduction. Introductions, turns out, are needed. Do you think we could? Oh, well, we're running a Hollywood studio. We're not. I was thinking if we could get sponsored by a cigarette company, but we're not running a series. Could we run a radio show on the side and get sponsored by a cigarette company? New Year 1929. The hedonism of the 20s gives way to the Great Depression. Free piano though. Talkie Cafe. The advent of talkies heralds the golden age of Hollywood, and life gives way to cinema. Yeah, we don't watch movies, we watch films. What the hell is going on? Film companies fiercely compete for market and influence. The strong devour the weak. Ah, I see. It's a metaphor. You purchased a bankrupt studio to build a new business on its ruins. Hollywood Animal. Oh, we get to... I didn't know we got to change. But there is a certain theme. I don't know if you noticed it. There's a lot of animals. Fun fact. Okay, the monkey we've seen before. That much I know. I think you're a raccoon, so let's go with you. I mean, we have to. We go pictures, I believe. I think that more fitting with old-timey. Movies? Name your executive. Movies are not only made by actors and directors. Your film studio also employs people who quietly keep the machine running behind the scenes. Wait, do you mean the actors don't just show up and improvise? What are their names? Can just... Uh-oh. I was hoping I could just... well, improvise. Well, no, actually not improvise. Generate, like random. Fred Lawson, Anne Rose. Johnny... You know what? I don't know about Anne Rose, but certainly it will help that he's called Fred Lawson and he's the legal one, and there's Johnny Payne, that's financial executive. That's gonna help me remember who's who. What is the Anne Rose? The only thing that comes to mind is the, by any other name. First film. Ooh. I mean, okay, let's not jump ahead, let's read. Along with the studio grounds, you also received the footage for an unfinished film, or movie. Filming was completed, but it was never edited. You'll need to complete the picture. What is the movie? I mean, we're doing you. Detective story? Of course we're doing you. Art is very nice. Messenger of Death. One gloomy morning, 7 Quentin Bounty prisoners. Oh, is it named Quentin Bounty? I was thinking it was Quentin Bound, like there was headed for prisoners. Stunned the guards, snuck into a warehouse and escaped the prison hidden in a truck. Most of the fugitives were serving for theft and assault, but one of them was a true menace. I guess then we have like these stuff unlocked because we picked that. If the next text or any other details on the screen are too small, click the mouse wheel to zoom in. Ah, like that. Thank you. Boom. Oh, we got serial killer antagonist. That means we can make a series. That prisoner's name is, unless he died at the end. Oh, you can come up with a way to get people back. It worked for Highlander. That prisoner's name is Nick Crow. But the papers all call him the courier. He brought flowers to young women and then killed them. After 5 murders, the police captured the courier on a lucky break, but they were never able to determine his motives. The maniac's first victim was his own... Wait. Fiancé. There we go. I was like, I know the word, but where do I put the pressure on it? But the choice of the rest of the girls seemed random. Also, we're getting a lot of story of the movies that we're making. I wasn't expecting us to get like plot of them. The very next day after the escape, the courier had already turned his old ways. Dressed like a messenger, he delivered flowers to young Rita Peterson, then stabbed her to death. Bill Zeman, Rita's fiancé, returned from work that evening to find his beloved dead upon the floor, as his own desperate screams echoed through the neighborhood. Okay, so then we get serial killer. But this is the one we really want, the detective protagonist. Although you do look like you'd play the serial killer, but no judging. Bill had little faith in the local police, so he hired a private investigator, Harry Burroughs. Harry was a young man, but he had sharp wits and a keen mind, enough to solve dozens of difficult cases and even earn him the reputation of a genius. Rita and I had just engaged, Bill Zeman offered helplessly as Harry examined the crime scene. The police had already taken away the body, but the bouquet of roses still remained on the living room floor. Compliments of the courier. Supporting characters. A sidekick. Harry looked around the house and talked to the neighbors, but he couldn't catch a lead. He decided to contact Kathy Watts, a journalist who'd covered the courier murders in detail. Kathy came right away, carrying a hefty file. She got right to the point. After the previous murders, I talked to Crow's friends and learned about a cheap old shack he'd acquired long ago. It's past the city limits, heading north. I told the police about the place when they arrested Crow 2 years ago. Oh, you forgot an E. But that helps me know how to say it. Years ago, but they just brushed me off. They figured the case was already closed. Search for a killer. That's also going to work very well without detective. Turns out. Harry and Kathy hit the road, and soon enough they found the right house. It was a broken down hut, obviously unsuitable to live in. But our heroes then saw a man in front of the house, locking the door. As Harry's car approached, the stranger took off running towards the woods. Harry drew his gun and leapt from the car, but the man was already gone. We scared him off. Let's have a look inside. With that, Harry kicked the door down. The shack was dramatically and also practically empty. A carved wooden box drew Harry and Kathy's attention. Inside were 6 diamond rings. Trophies. You can tell this is an older movie, because the trophies are diamond rings and not body parts. Rita Peterson was recently engaged, and the courier was engaged to his first victim. What about the rest of the girls? Harry asked. Kathy flipped through the documents in her folder. Interesting, all the victims were soon getting married. How did they not notice? They all seemed engaged. They all have fiancés. That's peculiar, isn't it? No, that probably... Especially when we're looking for some sort of connection. No, that can't be it. Harry and Kathy trawled recent newspapers looking for engagement announcements. Oh. 2 couples surfaced, Rita and Bill, a tragedy already familiar to us, and also a certain Sandy Wick and her fiancé Tom. Harry and Kathy visited Sandy, who was happy to speak after yesterday's strange visitor. Yes, some messenger came with a bouquet of roses. No card, no note, just a bouquet. I decided it must have been some kind of mistake, and I didn't take the flowers. The messenger just apologized and left. Also, we do like the Art Deco style. No reason I picked this game. Moving on. I didn't know where that sentence was going, obviously. Harry immediately had a plan. He and Kathy hired a photographer, posed as an engaged couple. It's about to turn into a rom-com. They made sure... Have they been invented yet? Or called that? They made sure to capture Harry's rented yellow brick house, the only one in the area. They advertised their engagement in the newspaper's morning edition and paid an extra $10 to have the photo printed beside the article. That's like 2 suits at this point in time. At noon the next day, there was a knock at the door. Kathy opened it, and there stood Nick Crow, the courier, smiling nervously in the doorway with a bouquet of roses. This is from a secret admirer. Kathy feigned delight, took the bouquet and ran to put it in a vase, or a vase, leaving the door wide open. The courier stepped into the house, pulled out his knife, raised it, and then felt a pistol at his temple. Harry's pistol. Antagonists get punished. That's groundbreaking writing right there. The courier grew wild. You don't understand. 2 years ago I was supposed to marry my dear Rachel, and I saw the picture that's right below us, and I know how this ends. When suddenly she starts receiving anonymous bouquets. I became jealous, but she just laughed and accepted all the flowers, no matter how many or how secret they might be. 1 week later, and I caught her in some jerk's car. All these animals are the same. First they say it's only flowers, and then they break your heart. They deserve to be punished. The courier won't be delivering any more flowers. This time he was sentenced to the electric chair. Harry added another win to his list of cases, and Kathy wrote a book about the courier. She called it Messenger of Death. But that title had already been taken, so... This shows the movie's commercial appeal. The higher it is, the more easily a film will succeed with the general audience. You also have to click the thing, you can't just mouse over it. This shows the movie's artistic appeal. The higher it is, the more recognition it can expect from the sophisticated audience. Thank you, I did none of the work. Film's commercial and artistic appeal may change after each stage of development. The film Messenger of Death received these ratings after work on the script was completed. Yeah, but what are these scores like? Some, let's say, 70 years down the line? The screenwriter Maurice Fox loves to write detective stories. Thanks to his experience and talent, the investigation turned out to be suspenseful and intriguing. The story's elements came together to form a coherent whole. Oh. I see. Okay. After pre-production, the film's rating rose even higher, casting famous actors in... So I assume that we go in later and do, like, you know, the sort of game dev tycoon thing of putting in, and that... But it's very nice to have it, like, explained this way. If that makes any sort of sense. Even though, like, this would have happened previously, and, you know, we put them in, and that... You know, I assume it doesn't end with a screen like this, like, oh, you employed this person, now we give you more rating. I'm guessing it auto does that, but it's nice to, like, see it explained like this. Casting famous actors is the surest way to boost commercial and artistic appeal, but other factors also influence the ratings, including, there we go, quality scenery and modern equipment. Scheduled filming... Ooh, that's not good. Actual filming time. After the production phase, the film's commercial appeal declined. The lead actor became seriously ill, he couldn't fight and looked too thin. However, the film's artistic appeal... Oh, so you can even have, like, things like that coming in? That's pretty cool. That gives us more like a story and not, you know, there's a bigger world, not just you put in good numbers, good number come out. However, the film's artistic appeal grew. Joe Duvall tried to make up for his lack of physique with the subtlety of his acting. Production problems were reflected in the lengthened schedule. Unfortunately, the actor passed away after finishing work on the film. I shouldn't have spoken ill of his looks earlier, should I? Producer? Herman Watson? Homer Warren? He has to be, like, he must have increased our artistic, because he has, like, a cigarette. This is how much money the studio has spent on the picture. This isn't the final budget, as work on the film is not yet complete. This is how the creators of Messenger of Death imagine their potential audience. When you start shooting your own pictures, you'll identify your own audiences. No, I'll probably put big numbers in to hope to get big numbers out. Messenger of Death is a subtle psychological thriller with a dark atmosphere and engaging dialogue. The film's audience are adult men and women, people who enjoy a serious tone and an intricate plot. Oh man, we can still film so many low-budget westerns out here. Time to send the footage to post-production to complete the film. You click on that card, not that card. Assign employees to handle editing and scoring. At present, the studio's personnel are not the most qualified, but over time, their skills will grow. What is this? Oh, alcoholic. His dependence on alcohol makes him unpredictable and even aggressive. Racist. I think we'll give Lee Woods some. We'll give it to Lee Woods, huh? Well, you're better. I thought these were like, but these are just happiness, right? I assume this is, that you're better. I figured these were going to be you're good at these things because they were green and red. But I mean, you don't have to be happy to make a good movie. We also need to decide who will develop the film and record the music and sound effects. Outside contractors are always ready to help with this. Okay, film development. So we have Novak Limited. Quality low. We have WebSign Company. I mean, better. You're more expensive, sure, but you're faster and better quality. Music recording. D&B Orchestra or the Hollywood Concert Hall. Ooh, you're very much more expensive. Do we need that amazing of a score for this? Don't we need just like one really good theme? Sound recording. Sound recording is important. That's one thing I know about movies. And have struggled with a lot. You've planned out post-production, but until you assign a department head, you won't be able to get things moving. To hire new employees, first appoint an executive to head the HR department. Okay. There's Jerry, there's Leroy, and there's Peter Owen. Okay, so none of you have that, like, easy name for me to remember. No, I wanted to... I was hoping I could get that. I mean, you're not... Like, you're... Yeah, but that's over 5 years. You're very unhappy. You know what? I'm gonna grab you because you have pretty good... I don't know how long these last or if we can fix them or not. But if nothing else, we can get rid of you early. Boom. Okay. So, hire a head of post-production. 454. What are you? Oh, influence pointers. I was like, are you in some sort of cabal? This department head can use influence points to speed up upgrades up to a maximum of 20. That seems like that would be good. This department head can use money to spend up upgrades. I mean, that is also... Hold up. What is wrong with you that you're that cheap over 5 years? Yeah, I was gonna go with you because you only had 4 years, and you were like, who knows how long that'll last. But that means at least the happiness we can sort of wear you out with our awful working conditions. But I am so curious. Why are you? Because I mean, it's not like. I mean, it's sure that's pretty bad. But it's not like that far below this, is it? Can we make you happier? I mean, I have to. We have to, just because I'm curious of... I'm curious why you are so... It's probably a bad choice. But we gotta find out why you're... why you're so cheap. Post-production has begun. Here you can see how far along the project is, and how far along the project is, and how quickly it is progressing. Ah, Messenger of Death. Got it. A distribution head, are you? Yes, your distribution. Okay, these are more sort of almost the same sort of cost. You can use... You can not use either. So I'm down to you two. Yes, you're a bit more expensive. And we do get rid of you faster. Because like when the odds are when we start out, we're gonna make mistakes. So it's nice that we can get rid of people and start anew. I think we do. You know what? Let's do it. You're safe. Both of you are green. And a maintenance head. I'm guessing you. Why again? Oh, you have both, but you're so much cheaper. And again, we get rid of you pretty fast. Maybe it turns out that you're absolutely awful, but you are cheap. Build a script department. It's time to start working on a new movie. First, build a department for developing scripts. That will be you. Start construction. Now, do we need to be anywhere near? Can't overlap too much. I don't remember what each of these were. Production. I would like the writers to be pretty close. How about like here? Developers. Locks the construction. Oh, we even get to pick. I was like, developers for the script? There's a like company? No. 45. Let's... Normal. You know what? Let's do middle. This is 1929 and the writers, they're not gonna dare complain. You can speed up or slow down the passage of time. Again, it's nice style, isn't it? Oh, there's a... Evergreen Movies have released Chastity Belt. Again, we're back in 1929 where every title is available, so you can go with... After 4 weeks and a take of 210,000 at the box office, Marginis has concluded its distribution of bronze shoes. I guess we speed up a bit. We have all of this. Okay, we have everything built that we can build. Oh, the Gerstein brothers released something. It's released The Amber Tear. That's a pretty good title, actually. Evergreen Movies have released A Saber in the Sleeve. That is not a good one. Oh, what are we on? Gerstein brothers have released The Coin with Three Sides. That feels like a title that really depends on whether or not the movie is good. Like, will it be remembered? It's like RoboCop. That's a terrible title, but the movie was good, so in post, the title becomes good. Okay, we're almost... Boom! Uh-oh. Maybe these are why people are... No, hey, you're not one of the people we hired, so anything here is not my fault. I got divorced a couple years ago, and I figured I was out of chances until I met Gilda. We spent all our time together. We can't get enough of each other. It's always like that at the beginning, but we've been together a year now. We're like a drug to each other. I feel guilty even mentioning it, but when Gilda visits me at work, I absolutely cannot concentrate. She enraptures me. You're gonna have to separate then. Do you not love the company? Yesterday, I nearly made a mistake in the paperwork that could have cost the studio a lot of money. Please do me a favor. Oh, I, I was kidding. Please do me a favor. Help me fight this addiction. Let's introduce some kind of access control so Gilda can't just walk into my office. Yes, my heart will be broken like any drug addict, but I'd hate to hurt your business and ruin my career. Happiness will go down and he doesn't have... Oh, so okay, so this is where these thoughts of... You know, your happiness is sort of your problem. Post-production has finished. Last month you spent 132,000 on employee salaries. 200... Yeah, but how much of that is just mine? I'm guessing 100. Oh, hello. Oh, I gotta click this because it's ready. That's not too bad. Oh. Ho 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 ho. The film's commercial and artistic ratings dropped a bit. No, they didn't. That's a 7.2 is higher than a 6.3. And an 8.5 is higher than 7. Right, I'm not losing my mind, am I? And the arrows are going up. Don't be upset you did everything you could. Your studio still has low-level employees in techno... Or... Am I seeing a mirage? Have the numbers not gone up? Or is this not good? That 6.3 turns into a 7.2 and a 7.0 turns into an 8.5? Game, did you just assume I would do poorly? This is about making movies in the early age of the talkies. And we started with a detective story. This is like nothing to me. I know this like the back of my... I've never seen that mold before. No one leveled up. Ooh, do we get to like pick things to... Ooh. Messenger of Death. Messenger of Death or Messenger of Death? I think we'll go with you. Distribution. Okay. The release calendar displays all the films being shown across America for the foreseeable future. And there's mine. The studio's previous owners already chose a release date for this film. You'll choose the release date of the next film yourself. Uh-oh. You don't just own a studio, but a whole network of 91 cinemas. You can run your films in your cinemas for free. But that's not going to be enough to reach a wide audience. Can't we simply eat the other cinemas? You'll have to rent other theaters if you want a solid box office receipts. Oh, now it starts getting complicated. The studio's previous owners already arranged this and paid the film's rental costs. Thank you. In the first week, the film is scheduled to be shown 7,185 times. Some 3,185 of these screenings will take place in your cinemas, leaving 4,000 screenings across other cinemas. Next time you'll have to plan for this and pay the rental costs yourself. Screening and rentals are scheduled out 4 weeks from release. Once they expire, you can extend your rentals if you think the film can still make a profit. Okay, so this is all the weeks, and they're all like... I'm sure we'll figure this out. They'll start printing the film tomorrow and will be finished and ready for distribution in 5 weeks. Distribution goes out all at once when they're finished printing. Printing speed and cost varies by contractor. The studio's previous owners already paid to have this film printed. by Irvine Film Factory. $1,000 a copy. Okay. Typically, a film begins promotions a few weeks before the premiere. Or premiere. Premiere? So the advertising has time to gain momentum. The studio's previous owners already arranged the advertising campaign, but in the future you'll decide everything yourself. See, this is why you sometimes get really poor, not only movies but also games, where it's like, this is scheduled for this time. What do you mean we're not done or ready for that at all? I already orchestrated it all and scheduled it and paid people. You gotta have it finished, even if it kills everyone involved. And then it does. Advertising campaign. Your film is being promoted by an advertising agency. It's time to tell them the audience they should target. The studio's previous owners already paid the agency for the promotion of 3 films. After that, you'll have to arrange the advertising yourself. I mean, for adults. Probably not for the whole family, but I mean, if you want to bring your kids to The Messenger of Death, feel free. Your business, not mine. Well, actually, it is my business. I think you should bring everyone, because that makes more business. Audience will soon be watching your first film. Good luck. Click confirm. I did. Oh, a week before Christmas. Okay. Ronnie Lynch, head of distribution. You ask me, Messenger of Death is a surefire hit. Well, according to the game, our stats have gone down. A farewell film by a young star. The story has a soul, but it will all go to waste unless it's released at the right moment. The studio's former owners were mindful of these things. They scheduled production carefully and chose a good window for releasing the film, right when the public would be hungry, and there was practically no competition. But when the old studio closed its doors, those parasites from Margins Pictures decided Messenger of Death would never see the light of day. I don't know who was pulling the strings, but they convinced other theater owners to give them our slots. The film the Margins are releasing instead doesn't even have a title yet, but you know what kind of slop they serve the audience? Probably something like Yesterday's Fart or Wet Armpits. Is there a copyright office back in 1929 where you can register these titles? I'm just saying they might actually work. Not so much now, but like in 1990, those movies would be flying off the shelves. The truth is on our side. We have all the documents, but a court battle would be long and pointless. We'll miss the moment, and no conversation will cover that. Instead, I suggest we use all our connections, all our influence, and remind the theater owners that our agreements have to be honored. So is this getting points or using points? And also, what does this one mean? Also, yes, give me my freaking slots back. You can spend influence points. We spent them. To advance your interest and solve problems in various and often unconventional ways. Evergreen Movies has concluded its distribution of Chastity Belt. Okay. I don't think we need to do anything here. See, I told you a saber in the sleeve did not do as well as the Amber Tear. It didn't even do as well as Chastity Belt. Which actually, that suits very well, because I thought the Amber Tear was the better title, and after that, the Chastity Belt, and at the very bottom, Saber in the Sleeve. Which, they might not have been invented yet, but this is a porn parody. We're all in agreement that this is the name of a porn parody, right? Or, a pornographic romp, like in the 60s, 70s? I think they were done by the 80s, maybe. There we go. This is going to be remembered as a good title, because it got 400 and almost 9,000 for the coin with 3 sides. So you're not built yet. Melvin Barnes. Construction of the script department is going according to plan so far, but there's a small snag. Shocking. According to the architect's vision, a large red leaf maple should be the central decorative element. The contractors found a suitable tree in a reserve on the border between Ontario and Minnesota, and already agreed on a price and transportation, but the inspector who issues the permits is playing coy. He says he can't say how long the paperwork will take, maybe a week, maybe a month or two. You know as well as I do, sometimes you need to grease the gears, turn the cash, and the tree will be on the road to California tonight. I don't want all our plans disrupted because of some petty bureaucrat. What do you think? I mean, I have seven. We we have $7 million. We can give $200 to get our shit here now. When an issue needs to be resolved quickly and discreetly, the funds in the studio bank's account can be useless. When the when the situation gets tricky, oh, 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 so that's in the bank account. This is like spending money. Gotcha. Because I was like, that seems awfully cheap when we got 7 million. That's that's the official account. These are the don't look at these. Margin has reached the status of the statue of no liberty. Ah, that's a bit on the nose, isn't it? Oh, will a week before Christmas, just over 500,000 in 1929. Now, do you think that'll be a watch every year, or will another movie like oh, what's it called? Oh, you know the one with the angels gets his wings. Oh, this is gonna freaking annoy me now that I can't remember the title of that. But that one wasn't like, if I'm remembering correctly, that didn't come out and everyone was like, "Oh, this is amazing." I think it went like public domain, and so it started to pop up, or maybe not public domain, but cheap at least. That started to come up on like cable channels and stuff like that. So then people just watch it, and what the hell? It's a Wonderful Life. There we go. Thank you. Script department. Screenwriters turn ideas into screenplays. Okay, hire a head for the script department. I was going to go with whoever had like super happiness, because screenwriters and writers in general need someone to actually be nice because they're treated like shit. But you're all pretty like not happy about anything. You all about. I guess since we're in 1929, we should be not looking at hiring people for as little like small amount of time as possible. We're supposed to probably look to lock them in to work for us as long as possible, so they can't work anywhere else. But I mean, these guys are all like the happiness is almost the same on all of you. The money is almost, well, not you. We can use a little bit because we've spent our influence points and money, but like your loyalty is much higher. Choose your favorite genres. This is what your writing team will specialize in. Okay, okay. Detective. We're not even gonna think, of course. Hmm. I would like to do some cool adventure movies. Do we comedy? Comedy is probably, yeah, yeah. See, when I think adventure, and maybe it's on me, but I think like pirate movies. These are the screenwriters remaining from the studio's former staff. What are their names? Bernard Larson, Felix Hill, and Walter West. Obviously, I'm not the one who's gonna come up with names. That's the screenwriter's work. To begin work on a new script, select the script department building. Okay, I guess we start with our next movie. See if we can. Surely we can't outdo what we just did, even though the game told us our numbers went down because our numbers went up.